So I just covered the bottom piece with a piece of 5¼ inch squared paper, and so now that I've done that, I can attach the handle so it doesn't fall off. So what I thought I might do, it's probably best with glossy accents, you know. I could probably do a strip of tape No, I'm going to do glossy accents, and I'm going to put the hot glue gun on, and I'm going to make sure that it sticks to it while the glossy accents is drying. So what I should do is get it centered here first so I know where I'm putting it. Just ran this through the Clockworks, Cuddlebug Clockworks embossing folder. It's a 2 5/8 inch square piece of black cardstock, and all I'm going to do is rub some paste over it. I think that'll do. Right, let's do this. So what I'll do first is maybe just put this line of glue or glossy accents down there. That's going to spread out once I put that on there. I also want it along here and along here. I want to get this on here now so that I can put the wet glue, sorry, the hot glue on there quickly and stick it down. So let's do this one first. Let's get rid of that little glob. I want it hot and fresh. Okay. Okay, that'll do that. And that's going to go there like that. So what I want to do is have that hot glue keep that down in place so that the glossy accents will dry there. So what I need to do now is put some along here, up there, hold it, press it. So I don't want the thickness of that hot glue pushing out, making that not as flat as it should be. So that's done there. And now this one, oops, and that's done there. So I've got the glossy accents there, which will dry, but the hot glue that is there to keep band stuck to the chipboard while it dries. So there we go. Now I can do that one up. We should make that hole a bit bigger, eh? This doesn't want to go, but there we go. And then through there. And then that is actually done. This one can go in here. That sits in there like that. Yay. Okay. Hot glue gun strands. Let's put it that way. Alright, now just waiting for the other to dry, and then I think I want to reinforce these edges here by putting a hinge across, but a metal hinge, so with paper, but make it look as if it was metal, like faux metal hinge. That's what I want. Alright, so I'll have to leave that to dry overnight before I do anything else to it, I think. So I'll be back. actual paint peeled up off it because I sat it on the paint, and so I'm okay with that. I'm going to try and grunge that up, and hopefully it'll add a bit more texture to it, so we'll see how we go with it. Just cleaning up the excess UD that spread out when I flattened it with the stamp. All going to add texture to it. Okay, let's start with just one of these that I haven't stamped on. So it's just got the bubbly little, okay. It's just got the bubbly texture there. So what I'm using here are some Dazzle Metallic Wax. And I think that's all it's called, Dazzle Metallic Wax. And all you do, and it's in a paste form, and all you do is just use your brush, just push some on there, and then rub it over your surface. With the copper, whatever it is. See, that's lost a lot of its paste as well. That's why it was very light. Okay, I'm liking it. The mixture of colours there. Okay. What I should do is maybe just put that aside to dry for a bit. Do another one. Okay, that's that one there. Looks good. I mean, I should probably rub it a bit more than I am, but I'm lazy. Loving this one. How old looking it is. Rough. So I'm thinking of putting them just above here. Like that, just building them up like that. Okay, let's do this. I found this amongst my bits and pieces. It says, look. So I'm thinking I might put these just like that, and that one to the side there like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue them down with some glossy accents. What that is there. Okay. Now, I die cut these out of black cardstock. These are the faux hinges. So what I'm thinking of doing, because I think that that if I heat emboss them, they're going to crack. So, thinking that I should just put some Gilder's paste or something on them. So I'm just creasing those areas first, and then I guess just apply some Gilder's paste, and then maybe even stamp into it. Do something, I don't know. Hopefully it's only just big enough. So I want to cut that end off because that's too long. Come on, I don't want to rip it. Okay, that'll work there. Alright, we're ready to put these on. These I want to try and strengthen them by putting these hinges on. I guess they're not going to really strengthen them. Maybe protect them a little bit. So I need to know whether I put them, I think I might put them up the top. They might look alright up the top. Let's see, I think so. Up the top? I think probably should put top and bottom. Nah, be too much. Just the top. So I get some glossy accents, and I'm going to put the glossy accents where the brad head and the prong, where the prong's open there on the head, just to reinforce those, and all over the hinge. can, if we want, to glue this to the bottom of this, but I don't see a reason to do that. So I'm just going to sit it in there, and then we'll sit the top one on top, and that's it. So what I think I need to do now, and I have to adhere this box to the top of the ink pad storage unit. Okay, the hot glue gun's on, well and truly heated up. So I'm going to attach this box to the top of the ink pad storage unit. Ah! Silly girl. Yep, not painting it, not putting any other level between it. I think this is quite enough. Let's just put this on here. Can't go right out to the edge because that's where like it doesn't go completely, doesn't cover the edge completely. But what I am going to do is put some hot glue on there so that I can, so it'll sit properly without me having to sit here and hold it forever. So I think I'll just go in the cracks here and a bit over in each corner. So there, in there and in there, and on we go. Try and get it so it's sort of centered. So now I want to really push that on there. That hot glue will help this stay attached to it while that wet glue dries. So, hello, I think I'm done. Whoops, no I'm not, am I? Got to put the spinner on it. Goes on top there. Then we need to put the spinner on, but you know what? I haven't covered this bit here that's got nothing in it. Wonder what I could do there. Don't know. I think I'll let this dry first before I put the Lazy Susan mechanism on it. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm thinking of putting, I've painted the chipboard, blacks of chipboard, and I'm going to dry emboss it, and then I'm going to punch a hole in it. I'm going to attach these. These are tin Holtz thingamybobs. Then I thought, well, that's pretty boring, and you know, what purpose do those ends serve? So I thought, well, why not take some chain, and this is the link chain from Tim Holtz. I'm just going to undo those and hook them through the chipboard and the word phrase thingamabob. So that's what I'm doing now, is just pulling these apart. So I'll need 8 of them. Okay, and that's got to work out. Alright, so this one's going to go here. So I've just got to poke the holes in where these are going to go. Okay, so I'm just eyeballing it and getting my pokey tool, and let's just mark the hole there and there. Okay, so then I'm just going to do this, I think. I don't want too big of a hole. And then let's see how these fit in. Just don't want them to snap when I pull them back. Probably will, you know. Okay. So there, through there. Come on, get through. Come on. Alright, obviously I need a little bit bigger hole. Right. Alright, so making sure it's up the right way. There. Come on. Fiddly. There, and pinch it together then. Okay, so that's all it's going to be, is just that like that. Just to add a bit of character to it. Okay, let's do this one now. Squeeze them together. Oh, silly girl. Wrong way. Upside down. Okay, so back out and back through. And pinch together. Alright, that's it now. I probably should have stuck that to there so it doesn't affect how it, because this chipboard piece is, sorry, I'm trying to do too many things at once, obviously. This chipboard piece is just going to sit precariously down the bottom here, so I want that on there. Now let me just try and make some room here so I can show you what I'm doing. Oh, okay, don't lose those, Jen. That's finished with those. Need that. Okay. Oops. So that's going to sit on there like that, and I'm going to attach it with some glossy accents. So glossy accents there, on the edge of this base there, on this edge and on that edge there, and hopefully that'll be enough to keep it in place. Just wondering if I could maybe pinch it together so it sits on there. It's not, you know, it's gonna Alright, I really need to sit here and hold this while it grabs. Only take a few minutes, and see that? it's actually already started, so that's good. I just upset the apple cart, didn't I? Okay, I don't know how I'm going to do the rest because that cannot be touching the bottom. So let me do, that's not real good, Jen. Okay, maybe this will help. There we go. So I'll just continue on with this. If I can find them now. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this one's in here. Okay. That's that one. That should fit there nicely. So right, so while they're on there, I'm going to need to attach the spinner. So I'm going to have to sit it on something. Now, I'm thinking maybe paper towel roll. So, got to tip it upside down because they're still drying, so I can't. Okay. Get some stuff out of the road. So I want a fairly solid piece there. So you're going to get a bird's eye view of it here. And all I'm going to do here is cover. Now there's no up or down to this, I don't think. No, that's flatter, so I'm going to put that there. So I'm just going to completely cover that with glossy accents. Right around the edge, everywhere. And then center it on here, and then just sort of move it side to side, backwards and forwards until it grabs. And now what I can do, I'm just pressing that down for a bit, but I think the weight of it might help it if I turn it upside down. So I've just got to be a bit careful here. So I don't want it to move. There we go. It's done. So I couldn't have it sitting on the desk with those little chain links hanging down, but now it's fine. Now, gee, that's fairly tall. It actually stands with the spinner. 12, roughly 17.5 inches. Wow. By 6 1/4. Woohoo! But Georgia thinks she's finished. So these can go in here, add a bit of weight to it all. And that can can sit up there. And it's done. Yay! Oops, I was stopping that. What's happening? No, it's fine. Alright, I'm gonna let that dry. And I'll come back when I've filled it up with the ink pads. Well, it's done. It's finished. There she be. I did measure it. I think it was... can't remember now. I have to put the height. I know it's 6¼ inches wide. But the height looks about... there's 12. There's probably about 7 or 8. Close to 20 inches. Oh, you know, plus you've got your depths down here. Alright, so... it holds 56 ink pads. I've got Colourbox, Memento, StazOn, Archival, VersaFine and India ink pads in there. They all fit quite easily. There's 14 in each section. There's 4 sections. Up the top here, you've got a box. The top one lifts out. Now I've got Distress Reinkers in these, but they're not for the distress inks. I'm going to put one of these on top of my distress ink storage unit. But this will be filled up with Memento and Reinker Archival. I've only got just a few. There's a couple of more Stampin' Up ones in there than anything. So yeah, and this one in here, they each hold, sorry, I can hardly see, they each hold 25 Reinker bottles. This one here is not stuck in. You can bring it out quite easily. I haven't covered it. I've sprayed the ins like the chipboards, but I have not covered it because it, you know, it's a workhorse. So that's the inside, just basic black base, but I have covered the sides of that box around, so that just sits in it there. And this one sits in on top, just sits on top of the ink pads below it, Reinkers below it. And there's some weight in that, I tell you. And so I've just, I've used Graphic 45's Steampunk Debutante paper collection to cover this. I only had an 8x8 pad, so it was a bit hard to cover these 12-inch pieces, really. So what I've done is I've broken it up. I've used some of the pop-out pieces and just stuck those on, and then made, like in the centre of that, put Clockworks stuff adhered with glossy accents. So this one here is just all paper. I just sort of collaged that 3 pieces there and mirrored it on the bottom. This one here is just some chipboard grunged up and a couple of collage, well, pull out pieces, and that's just a collage there. Okay. Oh, and these here are, they're just card stock, black card stock that I've die cut from my Cricut and grunged up. Put some brads on, so they're not really functional. They are to a certain degree, but this box stays closed without it. It just adds a bit more strength to it, as well as break up the plainness of that top section. So, yep, squeaking. As you can hear, it is on the Lazy Susan, so that's it. Okay, thanks guys, bye.